Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I wanted to talk about PCOS and weight loss and all the things. I don't have my cute puppy in my video right now. He is wiped out, totally passed out sleeping. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. It's a busy day running around, stealing all the toys from Murray. So, in talking about PCOS weight loss, and some of the key things to really focus on. A lot of things that I keep seeing over and over and over again are like, eat this food, eat avocados, eat this thing. And I'm like, oh, like you're not technically wrong in saying that. You're just missing the whole big piece of it, like the overview of like why you have PCOS in the first place, right? I talk about this, especially from personal experience. This is what got me into the women's health field. I had ovarian cysts. They were horrific. They put me on the floor. And working with my body, working with my hormones was the thing that got me on track. And having your body respond in a way that you can't predict, don't understand, don't know what it's doing is one of the most frustrating things to go through day after week after month, not knowing what's going to happen left. And then when you know what's happening next, and then when you're left with the choice of like going to the doctor and they're like, well, here's your birth control, here's your Vicodin, see you later, that's exactly what I was told, when I couldn't even stand up because the cyst has burst. And my husband brought me to the ER. Yep, great, super great, yeah. So this is one of the most frustrating things for women, and these are the things that I cover when we talk about how to eat for your hormones, your cycle, everything else. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute, but I do want to let you know that you can still get on the wait list for the next 12-week challenge. Registration opens at the end of the month. The only way you can get the registration link is on the wait list, so you do not want to miss out. You're going to learn a ton of information too on this wait list. And we look at a lot of things like your Dutch test. You get a Dutch test included in the 12-week challenge. There's a whole 30-day primer. That is new. So I say it's 12 weeks because we're really narrowly focused for 12 weeks, but we actually have a 30-day primer that's added on to that. Ooh, so exciting. Why is this so important? Why is it essential that we're doing all these things for your body and your hormones? Because your system does not change overnight. It doesn't even change really in 30 days. It takes a minimum of 12 weeks. That means that all these changes, if you start doing these things today, which is so great, you're not really going to reap the benefit of it until like 12 weeks from now. What? I know. But that's why it's important to get started sooner than later and do the right things for your body, your system, everything else. So the main things in looking at losing weight, right, with PCOS, because there's a few things that are really important to touch on. I might do a whole video on like weight loss resistance, insulin resistance, things like that. Highly connected with estrogen processing, which is also something we test for specifically for you and what your body's doing. But increasing your protein, making sure you're protein pacing, getting enough proteins. There's a ton of different ways to get protein in. No one way is like totally right or totally wrong. I get this question a lot because a lot of people have like really specific, ooh, Amy, insulin resistance. Yes, okay, done and done, lady. I will do it. A lot of people have very strong feelings on protein because it feels like you're eating more, or oh my gosh, I shouldn't eat this much. It's really necessary for your system, right? To get enough protein. Making sure you're getting enough minerals, right? This is when your body is stressed, when you've been on different hormones. If you've been on birth control, your body can actually get depleted in specific minerals. This is important that you are supplementing this and getting enough in for your system, what it needs. Increasing sleep and recovery. So often we talk about all these things you do during the day. This is something that you don't do. How do you rest harder? I'm resting as hard as I can. Oh my gosh, get to sleep. Ah. Right. I laugh and it's so funny because my youngest was up most of the night. I had to sleep on the couch with her because she just couldn't. And I just couldn't, and it was, I think I actually got to go to bed at 4 a.m. Mom life. So this is where increasing your sleep and recovery is key, and this can be really, really tough. But it allows you to get an amazing result when you actually can do the right things with an evening routine and get your system to like really rest and restore overnight. Decreasing stress, really key overall. This is like a moving target right now. It's been a moving target for the past year, let's be honest. But the more you can do to help how your system responds to stress, the better. And that's one of my favorite things that I hear women say in the 12-week challenge, where they're like, oh my gosh, it totally got crazy today at work, and I handled it totally differently. This was almost weird. It was almost a weird experience that I didn't have this like reaction. Yeah, awesome. That's amazing. And then decreasing your toxic load. This is a big one. Also feels like a moving target and almost a never-ending deep dive into things. This is switching out any chemicals, things that your entire system is exposed to, and that includes like everything. So I usually recommend starting with like a room in your house. Start with your bathroom, your soaps, shampoos, makeups, products in there. What are you using? Do you use dry shampoo? What are you using? I make my own, all of these things, bedroom, and that can go to your mattress, your sheets. Do you have candles or essential oils? Are they natural? Are these things gonna, get in through the skin or breathe in? The list is endless here, but the more you can decrease your toxic load, the better for your system, right? Especially when we're looking at things like PCOS. That's a big key thing. Now, with this all being said, going through this list, you can be like, oh yeah, I'm working on this. Oh yeah, I started some of this. Oh, I'm really starting a good evening routine here to rest. Yes, I'm definitely decreasing my stress. I'm taking adaptogens. Awesome. Oh yeah, I've been working on this toxic load thing and, diving into more things, getting rid of all the plastic, etc. Awesome. Wonderful. The one key thing that everybody keeps missing is regulating your hormones as much as possible, because most people don't understand how that actually works and what to do. And part of it is through the food and other things in your lifestyle that really help. But another part is just regulation of your cycle. This is what we do when we eat for your cycle. Eating for your cycle. This is what I teach you how to do. This is what I have outlined in my book, The Female Fat Solution. And this is on Amazon. I teach you all about how to eat for your hormones and your cycle, why this is important, and how it helps your body function better, how it helps your body make and produce and maintain the correct amount of hormone throughout the month. Yes, that's a thing. You can help your system regulate with its own hormones. Yeah. Again, it doesn't happen overnight, but it's something that you can do, and we use a lot of nutrition and sometimes supplements to help it do that. I do have a book for menopause, Female Menopause Solution. If you don't have an active cycle anymore, still important that you're eating for the body that you're in. Yes, right there. And then other things where I talk about how to eat for your hormones and your cycle at my YouTube channel, which is just Dr. Beth Westy. I have videos, deep diving into it, explaining even more than what's in the book. There's a ton of resources there as well if you're looking for a specific thing. And if you're looking for something and you don't find it, you're like, hey, can you do a video on this? More than happy to do it. And then I also have my podcast, The Female Health Solution, making sure that there is a ton of different resources for you out there. I have some really great episodes coming up. I'm really excited about them. So you can subscribe there. But this is one of the biggest pieces when people talk about PCOS and weight loss. They talk about all these things, which is great. But if you're not actually working with the hormones at all, then this could be just like, oh, look, you're going to get healthier. Oh, look, I want to feel better or get more energy. Yes, this is all the things that you would do too. Totally. Okay, so without this piece, you're really missing out. So make sure that anybody that you know that has PCOS, that has been struggling, gets this information. Stop struggling. Stop spinning their wheels and going in circles. And if you have any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hear from women every single day from all over the world because this is something so many women struggle with and suffer from. So that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have any questions. Except for if I am a Red Sox fan. I was doing a video earlier, a video chat with somebody earlier because I do Zoom calls with people who, I live in Minnesota. So if they don't live in the United States, I usually do Zoom calls with people. They were like, oh, are you a baseball fan or Red Sox fan? And I was like, no, this is my husband's hat. He's a Red Sox fan. I like it because it was the hat nearest me when I was chilly. There we go. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if there's any other questions, if there's anything else I can help you with. Otherwise, I'm going to be diving into more things about Dutch test in the next week or two. 2 weeks from now, talking about that, talking about more things, and I'm going to be, I don't want to say myth busting, but I just want to make sure you guys are getting good, accurate information, and all of the information. Again, like if you're doing this stuff, that's great, but if you're like, gosh, I'm doing all the things and it's not working, this is what you're missing, and this is what we teach you how to do in the 12-week, so make sure you're getting on that wait list. All right, that's what I got for you today. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later.